Hi Libra, welcome to your love reading for August 2018. This is Elizabeth from channelguidance.com. Okay, so I've already shuffled the decks for you and you did have one jumping card. Let me show you what it is. The card that jumped for you is the King of Wands. So this is the energy of a fire sign. That would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, male or female, sun, moon, or rising. This can be your partner, but this is someone who is somehow significantly involved in your love life. So we're going to put that back. I did want to show you what is at the bottom of each deck because I thought it was very synchronistic. At the bottom of this deck, you have the High Priest, which is actually the Hierophant. And then at the bottom of this deck, you have the High Priestess. So these are very spiritual energies, both of them. So I feel like for some of you, you feel drawn to someone. This could be someone that, you're attracted to. You just feel drawn to them. You don't know why. This is your intuition telling you something. Like, with the High Priest, this would be your intuition telling you this is where you belong. For others that are struggling, not knowing how a relationship's going to turn out, the High Priestess is saying you're very intuitive and you already know how this is going to turn out. You already know what you have to do. Okay, so let's put this over here. Let's start with this deck and let's start off with 9 cards. This is a love reading for the sign of Libra for August 2018. You have the 5 of Wands. Love reading for the sign of Libra for August. Knight of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Libra for August. 7 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra. 4 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra. 7 of Swords. Love reading for the sign of Libra. There's a King of Wands again. Remember that card did jump for you when I was properly shuffling. Love reading for the sign of Libra for August. 6 of Cups. Love reading for the sign of Libra for August. The World. And the 8 of Wands. What's the most important message that Libra needs to hear about their love life for August 2018? 2 of Cups. So don't be surprised. I'm trying to make sure I don't have a glare here. Don't be surprised if you feel in the month of August that nothing is really settled when it comes to your love life, because this card does represent kind of things feeling up in the air. You might feel like you're not really getting an answer from your partner as far as getting back together or how they feel about you, or you just may feel like your love life is just completely out of your hands. You may feel like, there's more question marks than answers. So we'll come back to this to see how it ties in with the rest of the reading. Let's focus on the first 3 cards. So you have the 5 of Wands, the Knight of Swords, and the 7 of Cups. So, you start off with a challenging energy. You have the 5 of Wands. Now, this can mean different things. I mean, the 5 of Wands, this can be that there's a lot of disagreements with your partner. This can be that there's a lot of fighting, misunderstandings. The 5 of Wands is the energy of 2 people that just are not compatible. You just kind of bicker and tear each other down. But it can also be, a struggle within somebody. Like the struggle can literally be within yourself. And that could be the case because you've got the 7 of Cups over here. So, it can be that you want answers from your partner. Maybe you want answers as far as, why you're not getting back together, or you may want answers as far as their behavior. They could be, really struggling with this. What I see right here, this is confusion. This is really kind of emotional energy, but it's also someone that's not seeing things clearly. Someone that is kind of lost emotionally and doesn't really understand what's going on, which really, resonates with this energy here. So I feel like there's something going on with Libra where right now, it's a struggle. It's literally a struggle to figure out your love life because you really don't know what's going on. I feel like, there's a lack of clarity. I feel like, things could change very quickly. You do have the Knight of Swords here, and the Knight of Swords does mean that, there could be a lot of new developments and things can change very quickly. This is like the energy of the Tower. So, I feel like there can be, misunderstandings, fightings with your partner, just kind of little petty arguments with this energy here. And then here, you have this energy from the 7 of Cups, which, can mean that there are You know, there's things that you're not seeing clearly, or it can be your partner. It's hard to tell in a general reading whether it's you or your partner, but this is lack of clarity. Now, let's look here in the second row, because this is more revealing. Four of Cups, Seven of Swords, King of Wands. So this is significant because this jumped for you when I was properly shuffling, and like it's like the sixth card that I pulled for you. So a fire sign, again, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. If you are involved, you know, with a fire sign, you want to be careful because of this right here. I mean, the Seven of Swords can represent deceit. I don't always get that, but I mean, it's right next to the Four of Cups, which does mean, you know, there is unhappiness. For some of you, it could be that you're involved with a fire sign and, you know, maybe you're unhappy in the relationship and you don't know why, which, you know, resonates with this. This is just, you know, feeling like something's missing. Like, why am I not happy? This is the energy of you just kind of feeling almost bored, you know, with what's going on in your love life or your relationship. You're bored and you're starting to not care anymore. It could be that this is the worst thing that you can do. I mean, with the Seven of Swords, this is also the energy of being your own worst enemy. And for some of you, yes, it can be with someone who's a fire sign, but I mean, this can just be with someone who is in the energy of a fire sign. It can even be you if you have a moon or rising sign. What I just see here is that there's really kind of emotional energy around Libra. There's really emotional energy, and I feel like maybe you're kind of unhappy and so emotional that you may not be seeing things clearly. You may kind of feel that everything is kind of lost with your partner. You may kind of, you know, you may have, I feel like you have more questions than answers, which is why, you know, this is the main energy. Just know that things may not feel settled as far as your relationships in the month of August. And, you know, don't work against yourself, because this is an energy where you could work against yourself, and this is an energy where you could work against yourself. You don't want to do that. Again, you just may feel like something's missing. You may feel bored in your relationships. You may feel really confused. That can change very quickly with the Knight of Swords. Now, down here, you've got past energy around you. You have the Six of Cups. You have the World, the Eight of Wands. You know, what I see here, I mean, the World stands out because it's a major arcana, and it's telling you for the sign of Libra, like, it is time for a new cycle in your life. It is time for a new cycle. This is an ending and a new beginning. It's time to close the door on the old chapter. So if you're unhappy with, because I mean, I do see struggling energy in the first two rows. I see struggling energy. I mean, you started off with that energy right here. The Five of Wands, the Four of Cups, the Seven of Swords, the Seven of Cups. It's time for a new cycle in your love life. But for some of you, it could be that you're carting around energy from the past. Maybe you're still carrying a torch from, you know, for someone from your past. And we are going to do an X reading, an X spread, just focusing on X's so we can see more clearly. Because this is just kind of a general reading for Libra, but we are going to look at X's. This can be that for some of you, like, you know, this can be someone from the past. Again, you're still carrying a torch for them. But it can also be that, you know, you and your partner, there's too much emotional baggage and it's time to let that go. Because the World does mean, you know, there's got to be an ending. You got to close the chapter, you know, close the door on the old chapter where maybe there was a lot of fighting right here. And there can be change. I mean, you have the Eight of Wands, which does mean there's something exciting coming up in your love life that you don't yet see. With the Eight of Wands, this means that this will be a pleasant surprise for you. This can even be pleasant or, you know, very positive communication. And just kind of seeing this right here at the bottom. For some of you, there could have been an ending, because I mean, I see it here. And it could be that you're hearing, this is, you know, the communication. You could be hearing from someone from the past. I mean, this can be a separate message for someone else. Maybe for those hoping to reconnect with exes. But again, you may be highly confused. You may not know what to do. You may not know if you want this person back. But just, you know, I see the energy here of, you know, a lot of confusion and you're just kind of feeling unhappy with something in your love life. Let's get 3 more cards from this deck. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for August? The Four of Swords. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for August? The Three of Wands. What other message is there for the sign of Libra for August? Seven of Pentacles. So these 3 cards right here. You know, what I see here This is a pretty crystal clear message. This is for someone very specific. Is just wait. Just wait. This is a card of non-action. This is a card of non-action. This is a card of non-action. And I pulled them all together. So, I mean, I feel like we know whatever this is, because remember, this is a general reading, so you'll have to think, how does this apply to you? So if you're thinking, should I reach out to so-and-so right now? The answer would be no, not right now, because all these cards are saying, like, this is not the right time. You should not be taking action right now. This is a time for you to be thinking and kind of, figuring things out mentally, because there's a lot of things up in the air for you. This is not a time for action. The Four of Swords is saying that, if anything, this is a time for you to be kind of figuring things out mentally. Or maybe, your partner, again, it could be your partner that they need time to figure things out, especially if somebody kind of told you, I need some space, I don't know what I want right now, and you're thinking, should I try to push for answers? I would say no with the spread. Like, I feel like you will get those answers because things could change very quickly. But this is saying someone needs some time to heal. Someone needs some space to figure things out mentally. And then you have the Three of Wands telling you, that there will be better timing for what you want. This is a really positive card that's saying the best is yet to come. If you're willing to wait, there would be a perfect opportunity for, for you to get back together with someone, for you to reach out to someone, all those energies. This is looking forward to the future. And then you have the Seven of Pentacles. Again, this is a card of non-action, telling you that right now, the best thing for you, no matter what's going on in your love life, is for you to sit and kind of figure things out. Figure out what you want as far as the future. Think about your past with someone, because you do have past energy here from the Six of Cups. You do have, again, it could be that you and your partner have a really long history that just, maybe you keep repeating the same mistakes. The Seven of Pentacles is saying someone needs to do a lot of thinking and kind of, weighing their options. And there's a lot to consider here. So again, these three cards are saying, like, don't act, whatever that means to you. Right now is not a time of action. It's time to figure things out. Because I do see unhappiness around you, and I see, I see confusion. And I feel like, with this energy, these three right here, you could work against yourself in some way without realizing it, of course. You could work against yourself. This is a struggle within yourself. You're unhappy and you're bored, and you may not even care anymore. You may take chances maybe that you shouldn't. Don't be your own worst enemy. Okay, so let's move on to the confirmation cards. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for August? You have the Six of Wands. What other messages are there for the sign of Libra for August? The Ace of Swords. And the Ten of Cups. What's the most important message that Libra needs to hear from this deck for August 2018? King of Pentacles. So you have an earth sign. First it was the fire sign, now it's the earth sign. So this would be Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. So again, this can be your partner. This can even be you, if you have a moon or rising in an earth sign, or it can be someone that's very significant to your love life right now. Okay, so let's look at these three cards. What I see here is a completely different story than, what you had over here. You have the energy of victory. So, although I feel like you're dealing with some pretty heavy energy right now, the Six of Wands is saying you will come out on top. This is the energy of victory, success, overcoming obstacles. And let me just jump over here, because, you have the Ten of Cups. There will be a happily ever after for you and your situation. I feel like you're unhappy right now. And I feel like there's a struggle. Either you're bickering back and forth with someone, or you're really kind of struggling within yourself. Again, confusion and maybe even deceit, or, lying to yourself. There is happiness around you. That you will find that happiness. This is a happily ever after, even marriage. But first, clarity. The Ace of Swords. Because I feel like right now, there is no clarity. Right now, it's just like, everything is just so up in the air. Just look at this. I'm not sure what's going on with Libra, but I feel like right now it's just like, what? Like, you don't understand right now, and I feel like it's even kind of dangerous for you to take action when you don't understand. That's what I'm getting. But you will have clarity. You will understand what you need to do as far as your love life. What is the truth? This is a card of clarity and truth, and I feel like you don't have that clarity right now. Once you have that, you're on your road to this, this happily ever after. You have the energy of victory. But, I feel like you're dealing with some pretty heavy energy right now. I feel like you're not in the know. you're not in the know, and you don't want to take action when you're kind of, you know, sad and you don't really care, and you think, you know what, well, you know, no matter, I should just do something because I don't, at this point, I don't really care anymore. I should just take whatever chance. I feel like you should not do that. These 3 cards over here are pretty crystal clear, almost like they're speaking to someone directly. This is not a time of action. This is a time to kind of reflect and heal, figure things out. When you are, you know, better grounded, then you can take action. That's when I see this happily ever after. Okay, so let me do, you know, let's work on focusing on just X's. We're going to use this spread here, and we're going to focus just on those that are hoping to reconnect with an X. Okay, show me the energies around Libra and their X. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Okay, so I'm going to keep these here. Let's see if anything similar comes up in the spread just for X's. Yeah, I feel like, I mean, there is some strange kind of heavy energy, and I mean, the cards are kind of cautioning you that right now it's just like someone needs time to kind of figure things out. There's a really strong message of lack of clarity. Right now, someone does not understand. Okay, so let's focus just on X's, those hoping to reconnect with an X. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Ace of Pentacles. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. Justice. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. The 8 of Pentacles. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. The 8 of Swords. Show me the energies around Libra and their X. The 2 of Pentacles again. This was in the 9-card spread. Libra and their X. Page of Swords. Okay. So let's take a look to see what you have going on as far as X's. Well, you know, the good news is you start off with an ace, you know, and we're talking about someone that is, you know, no longer in your life, or they've cut you off for some reason. And, you know, you're starting off with a new beginning. I mean, the Ace of Pentacles, this is, you know, you renewing your relationship. So I do see you being able to rekindle that relationship if that is what you want. The Ace of Pentacles is a very unexpected new beginning. And remember that you did have the Knight of Swords. You had the Knight of Swords in the 9-card spread. And I told you, you know, with the Knight of Swords, things can change very, very quickly. Here it is. You know, yes, you had some struggling energy, but things can change very quickly. And here it's telling me that the energies around you and your ex, you know, there could be a very unexpected new beginning available to you. And then you have Justice. That's even more revealing. Justice is an apology. Or, you know, Justice is that your ex will try to make things up to you. It's, you know, especially if they were the ones, you know, that are fault. Again, I mean, you had this. This is, I mean, a lot of bickering, a lot of pettiness. So I feel like, you know, your ex could try to win you back. You do have the energy there of a new beginning. Something just unexpected. Very, very, very unexpected with the Ace of Pentacles. But I feel like you have been wronged in some way by your partner, by your ex with the Justice card. There's been an injustice. You know, and the 8 of Pentacles is saying it's going to take time to repair this relationship. I mean, the 8 of Pentacles means that it will take time to kind of, to make it stronger so that, you know, you feel like you have a relationship that's on solid footing and you don't feel like, you know, this, because I mean, you had this card as a main energy in the 9-card spread. You don't want to feel that you're in a relationship where everything feels up in the air, and now you've got the 2 of Pentacles again. So I feel like, you know, the energy is there for a new beginning with your ex, but just know that it's going to take some time to maybe trust them again, or for them to trust you, depending on what happened. And, you know, things could feel really unsettled. I mean, there's the energy here. There's still struggling energy, you know, around exes when we really kind of zoom in on just, you know, that situation. Someone feels really stuck. I mean, the Eight of Swords is someone that's really afraid. They're really kind of, they're trapped by all of their fears. And that could also be what's keeping you and your ex apart, is that, you know, things are really unsettled, and, you know, maybe they've talked of getting back together, but you don't ever really get a clear answer. Someone is like really like feeling like there's nothing that I can do. It's just, you have to think about what does that mean for my situation. Someone feels really kind of just locked in, and, you know, they feel like they can't change their circumstances. I feel like, you know, what you and your ex need is you need a very honest conversation about what you both want. You know, do I feel like you can get back together? I mean, of course, you start off with the Ace of Pentacles. That's a new beginning. It's a new beginning. It's a new beginning for you and for your ex. And even more important, you have Justice, a major arcana, saying that this person, you know, could apologize to you and could be trying to make things up to you. But just know it's going to take time with the Eight of Pentacles. It's going to take time to rebuild this relationship. And there still is a lot of, you know, iffy energy here. Again, someone feels like I'm trapped. You know, this could be that there's someone else in the picture. Maybe they're married, involved with someone else. And it could come down to a choice too, because I mean, the Two of Pentacles can sometimes mean having to choose between two things, two people, two outcomes. And it's significant because that was the only card from the 9-card spread that has come up again. So, you know, again, it could come down to a choice. But it can also just mean that, you know, when it comes to your ex, it could be that they don't know what they want. I mean, you also have the Four of Cups, which is also the energy of not knowing, feeling unhappy, not knowing why. I feel like, you know, what you and your ex need is maybe the Page of Swords, a very honest conversation. But things feel kind of unsettled with your ex. Someone feels trapped. Someone like mentally just feels like I can't change anything. But just know that there is a new beginning there. It was the very first card, and, you know, and I see some type of apologies. Your ex will try to make things up to you. I just feel like you need to communicate. You need the truth. And that was a strong message in the 9-card spread, because you did have the Seven of Cups, and then you had the Ace of Swords towards the end. So you need the truth. You need truth and clarity. And I feel like in some way you and your ex do not have that. Okay, Libra, this has been your love reading for August 2018. Hope you enjoyed it, and I will speak to you again next month.